Good afternoon to you. Today, Happy New Year. We are back with real estate in Kenya with Reuben Kimani. Today, we are looking at real estate trends. By the way, Happy New Year. How are you doing? It's good to see you again. This is our first video of 2022. We are asking ourselves, what are real estate trends for 2022? What to look out for, pitfalls, and goodies. Now, there are many reasons why people invest in real estate. And you may have many reasons or many new resolutions that you have. You want to invest, you want to have a home for your family, and many other things. Basically, people invest for many reasons. Most millionaires and billionaires in this world are made through real estate investment. That's a fact. There's also people who want to invest or people who want to build rental properties for passive income. You want to work to make money when you are asleep. You want to make money when you are not working. It's called passive income. There are all those who are planning to build their own homes this year. So we are looking at the trends, something that can help you make better decisions as you make plans. Maybe if you wanted to build your home by December of this year, with these trends, with this information, you can be able to do it in a much shorter time. If you want to invest in real estate for capital gain, to be able to double your income, to be able to double your wealth, maybe these trends can help you to know where to buy and what to be able to purchase. If you want to build rental properties, maybe it will also point you in the right direction, because location. What are these trends? But before we do that, what are trends? I'll be able to define that for you. A trend is any consistent pattern or change in a general direction, which over a period of time is statistically evident. But those are trends. What are real estate market trends then? These are a set of aggregated property market statistics that allow you to analyze various segments of the property market to get deeper insights. Today, we want to get these insights, this information. I would like to digest this for you. 2022, what do you expect? One of the things that you can tell clearly, some of the things that are going to happen. We have heightened electioneering activities. That's one of the things that, another thing that is happening is COVID. COVID has become a nightmare from 2020, but the fear is going away. The other thing you might have observed is many infrastructure development projects that have been initiated by government. There are quite a number, especially in our cities, in Nairobi, Mombasa, Nakuru, and many other places. They have built so many kilometers of tarmac. What does it mean in this year as you plan to invest or build your own home? What are these trends? We are going to move very fast. Having given you that piece of information, number one, there's a group called millennials. These are people who are born between 1981 to 1996. People who are between 25 to 40 years old. I think the eldest is 40 years old. According to the records that are there, these according to US-based Population Reference Bureau, we have 10.1 million people in that bracket. These are people who are getting jobs, starting new businesses. They are getting more income. We expect these people to be able to try to invest in real estate or to invest in real estate and also to acquire mortgages. So we expect a new market. It's called addressable market, especially if you are looking at the bigger picture of starting a business. We expect a new market for properties, be it plots, be it homes, because they are getting married, they are getting more income, they are getting new homes. These are 10.1 million is a big number. If only a small percentage of them invest, we have new market for properties. So with new demand, the prices keep going up. So, and username is well known for focusing on affordable properties, especially affordable plots for investment and for immediate settlement. You have so many customers in that. We saw this early enough at the beginning of the business, and we have focused in that area. that particular statistic, that particular group of young people is going to increase in this country. Even in the political scene, we have a generational change. People who are going to take over the economy of the country, the leadership of the country. You might know so many seats, be it MCA, MP, and these are people who are below 40 years. Number two, the second trend that we expect this year, conventional will become less stringent. One of the things that is happening is Kenya Mortgage Refinance Company. The government has focused on affordable housing, building houses, but one of the things that I'm very keen about is financing. Kenya Mortgage Refinance Company, they have been advertising, giving mortgages, capping the principal or the amount being loaned at 4 million shillings. These are properties that are way affordable down there, and that's the focus. What is going to happen? Developers are building these houses, we're going to have, and these are young people trying to take those mortgages. As that happens, we also expect, because of the data intelligence, data is becoming a big factor, big data all over the world. And with data, the banks are able to tell the credit rating for someone. So it is much easier to be able to have less stringent requirement when you know the person you are giving money to. So we expect these requirements to be less stringent as we go into 2022, even as we go to 2023. This is something, especially in the African and the Kenyan context, this is something, it's called a mega trend. This is something that will keep continuing as we go along. Number three, we also expect the mortgage interest rate to either remain the same or go lower. With the data intelligence that I've talked about, with affordable housing and having Kenya Mortgage Refinance Company, I'm thinking they'll be able to absorb so many people in a bracket, people who would normally not have qualified for these loans. We expect the mortgage rates to also go down, and this is also a mega trend, especially in a country like ours. With more data intelligence, more people in the medium income bracket increasing, we expect these rates to go down significantly over a long period of time. Number four, we have upcoming satellite cities. Cities and satellite towns, these are different. We have cities like Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, and Nakuru, the new city. We expect these towns to keep growing. They might grow at a higher rate. What is happening? People are focusing more on the secondary markets. We have primary markets in places like Nairobi. These are traditional places like Tengela, now we have Ngong, we have Kangundo Road, we have Thika Road, Waiyaki Way here. Those are traditional markets. We expect new places to open up. So we expect new estates in places that we never thought of. New estates in places that were not conventional. Maybe a new estate in Waiyaki, a big one, in places that were not like that. People are going to explore that as we go along. New cities like Nakuru, and that's why Username has invested there for some period of time and heavily, and we will continue doing that because we can tell these are places where Kenyans are going to put their investment into. You have bought so many plots in Kangundo Road, in Kitengela, and many other places. You need fresh places. And the way the markets work, whether it is stocks, whether it's real estate, even whether it's people who are doing money markets and people who are doing forex, you buy when it is low. You explore those new places people have not gone into where the prices are way lower. They are valued, the prices are way lower, and those are the new places that Kenyans are looking for in real estate. These are places like Nakuru where we have invested heavily. If you want to experience a better appreciation rate, you'd better go to these cities. But not all the cities, cities that have fundamental factors like population growth, very important. If a city is going to experience a population growth, that is a place where you can be able to put your money. We go to number 5, technology. Username has invested over time, especially when COVID came. We have been automating most of our operations. Your offer letter is online, and many other things that are going to come into place. We try to ensure that you don't need to come to our office to get services which you'd have gotten online. So technology is becoming a big thing, not just because of COVID. This is the way the world is changing. We have cryptocurrencies, we have blockchain, we have Airbnb and many other things. But you also expect new services in this being offered via technology. One of the things is online real estate services. You can be able to buy properties online. If you go to a website, you can be able to do that. We saw this and we've been able to implement. If you go to online real estate listing, we have so many in the country. People are buying that by that mechanism. If I'm looking for a property in Kileleshwa today, just go online. I can be able to tick the boxes, shortlist the properties I want. It's so easy. Then maybe see 5 properties of interest and go there on a Saturday or on a weekend. Real estate online services become the thing. Video marketing as well. How many have opened YouTube accounts for all manner of things? I think that's a good example. But you also have virtual reality. You know Metaverse, the one Facebook, Meta and stuff like that. That is called virtual reality. It's something that is becoming big. In future, maybe you'll not be able to leave your house. You'll be able to visit a site together with other people who are in that. You visit a site online. These are something that is coming up, but you already have virtual reality at the moment. Companies are taking this up, automating their operations like we have done, online operators like the one for username investment, online receipts with QR codes such that they cannot be faked. If you come to username, we have that. We saw that early enough, and many other things. People are going to have apps. So basically, you purchasing the product, the traditional way is going to keep reducing as you go up in the new, which is a good thing. But it also mean reduction of cost for real estate companies as well, which is eventually shows up to the customer's end. We go to number 6 or number 7. We're also going to have this is something that has been there. We're also going to have properties that are more, what I would call more, we usually have multi-use properties, especially in town. A building like this one, the Mark Towers, where headquarters are domiciled, it's multi-purpose. If you come here, you might think you're in a hotel. We have a big compound out there, greenery, well done, a big atrium at the bottom. You might think is a hotel because you have service apartment. We have a gym here, a swimming pool, a hotel, a restaurant up there, 27th floor, and a tourist attraction site, by the way, the only one in Kenya. You need to visit and go to the grass walkway on 24th or 27th floor. I think the highest in Eastern and Central Africa, and also a tourist attraction. We are talking about that. But we're also going to have, in terms of residential settlements, we have something called, and there's a company doing this, resort residencies. I think there's a company doing a resort residence where you can have movie theaters. Of course, you usually have clubhouses, you have swimming pool. It is like an experience, the way you go to a mall, the way you go to a tourist destination. These are called residential. We are going to have more of this, where you don't need to leave the estate. Of course, we have Tattoo City, which is a big one. You don't need to leave that estate to be able to shop, to be able to swim, to be able to watch a movie, to be able to do all manner of things. It is self-contained. We expect that to be one of the things that will happen this year. And we also go into the coming year because people and customers' tastes are continuing. The last trend I would like to cover today is about a crash. Unfortunately for the pessimists, we will not have a crash. A real estate market crash is unlikely. That's what I wanted to say. Unfortunately, we're not going to have that. If you ask the economists, there are fundamental factors that causes markets or countries to have a real estate crash. One of them is mortgage uptake levels. We have 25,000 mortgages. They are increasing by the day. I hope Kenya Mortgage Finance Company make this figure double or something of the sort. That is my hope, so that our Kenyan young people and our Kenyan population can get places they can call home. So because of the lower intake of mortgages, in markets where we experience real estate crash, is where we have so many mortgages, so easy to get these mortgages and everyone has. Then you have an overflow of property supply, which we don't have in the country. We still have a big shortage because of the challenges of financing. People cannot be able to get mortgages. If that was to happen, it will take so many years. By the time we fulfill, if you go to markets like United States, you go to countries in Europe, in some part of Asia, like Singapore, that are everyone, almost everyone has a home. Almost everyone. There is a big supply of home which is not evident in a country like ours. So a market is unlikely in 2020, even with the elections, even with all this. And I also wanted to say the infrastructure development that we have seen in this country, of course we have borrowed a lot of loans for that, the government. I want to focus more on what it means. I say with this we have Western Bypass, which has been done. We have this, the expressway, I think is the talk of town, not just in Kenya, even in Africa. It's a road that people will be coming to see as tourists. You'll be very shocked. Someone wants to come to Nairobi to just see the infrastructure. We have the Wayaki of the way to remove the Western Bypass. The Eastern Bypass is being dual. Southern Bypass is already due. Gong Road was being dual and it is being done all the way to Gong. Mombasa Road is being dual all the way to Machakos Junction. From Limuru all the way to Mausamet, Nakuru, that road is also supposed to be dual. What will happen with that trend is that we'll have estate in places, new estate and new places where you can buy plots of land, new estate where you can buy apartments, new estates where you can build rentals, places where you can invest afresh that were not likely in the last few years because of infrastructure. That's what infrastructure means. Not just in the city. If we go to Mombasa, we have serious infrastructure projects that are being carried on. So this is also happening in Nakuru. I know as a city they'll get funding to be able to do bypasses, and of course some of them are already happening. We'll have new places where you can put your money. The best thing about this, these places are not very expensive at the moment because they are not developed. So those are places where you'd like to put your money for capital gain. Those are places where you'd like to put your money because of rentals and stuff like that. Also, because of COVID, what does it mean? COVID was the fear that was associated in COVID in 2020 and 2021 is no longer there because of improved vaccination program. I think 11 point something million people have been vaccinated by government. I hope that figures continue increase so that government can be able to open up everything. Even the country, that's why Dubai blocked our trial and many other countries, because also vaccination levels, so many people are getting positive. There is a correlation between vaccination levels and the growth of our economy. The tourists who can come to a country, the places you can visit to go and import your things and do business, there's a direct correlation. Also, people have become more knowledgeable about COVID, the effects of COVID and stuff like that. And because of that, the fear that was associated with COVID is no longer there. What does that mean? People have gone back to work. Even when you look at the Revenue Authority, they collected more tax. Because people have gone back to work, businesses have been able to reopen. Like us, we have engaged so many service providers and suppliers who we could not have engaged. And this is new business, new jobs and stuff like that. What does that mean to the economy? The economy will keep growing. So this is a positive outlook for me. Because those people who get these new jobs, they'll get new incomes. Their salaries are increased. They'll come and invest in other businesses as well. So there's a positive outlook if you listen to me in 2022. As much as we have election, that's another thing I've noted over the years. This is a personal observation. Over the years, people have put so much focus on election to a point of affecting our daily lives, affecting investing, affecting trading, affecting our businesses. But for this year, we have a new generation. People who are not, if you look at the, for example, if you look at the voter registration patterns, there was apathy. People were not so focused on politics. And for that is a positive things to the markets, if you ask me, because it also means even with the heightened political activity, campaigns every day, people are also going on with their daily lives. they are not so much affected like in the previous year, 2007, 2013 and stuff like that. These are good for markets, good for business, because it also means maybe you'll only be affected very few months, maybe 1 month before election and maybe another 1 month after August. This is July and August. I expect an effect in investment, effect in market and stuff like that. But after that, depending on the outcome and depending on how it is handled, we will have a stable year. I don't accept any hiccup because people have learned about COVID, people have stabilized in terms of their political choices and the way they do their own things. These are some of the trends I've identified. There are 3 things, like I said, that happened: is political, electioneering activities. It will not affect because people have learned, and you have a new generation. We are learning how to coexist with other heightened activities like politics. Number 2, COVID. People have learned how to coexist with COVID. They are not fearful. They know how to manage it. Vaccination levels are going up. Maybe by December, we'll have almost 75% vaccinated or even more, meaning everything will be reopened. And the last thing is infrastructure location. We'll have new locations. Please be looking for these locations, especially from a company like Username Investment. New location in the city, in Nakuru city as well. These places, we keep doing this research so that we know where you can put money at $1 million shillings and harvest it when it is 3 million. That's how people get rich. Places where you can do flats as well. Places where you can now build your own new homes. And these are not places where they are very expensive. We have done that in Gong. We have a lot of experience. You can come to us. Those are the trends for 2022. I hope you have been attentive. Please, you can watch this video as many times as possible, but remember to make a decision based on these trends. This is Reuben Kimani with Real Estate in Kenya with Reuben Kimani. Thank you for tuning in. Please, these are the trends for 2022. Please comment down there. You can ask questions. We'll be able to get back to you in those comment section. But you may be able to subscribe. Click on that ring button so that every time we bring those videos, you are told. And the last thing you can do, you can share with your friends as well. And you can also remember to subscribe to our channel. In the next video, before I go, we'll cover how to predict real estate trends based on what I've talking about. You don't want to miss that video so that you are well educated this year to know where to be able to invest to build your own home, and also to be able to buy affordable land, high appreciating land. God bless you and have a nice day.